I feel good today. What's up, everybody? This is the Early Edge, your daily, and I do mean daily sports betting brand of record. We're powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all sports betting, and it's not close. As you can see, we are once again on the road here for the 3M Open, which starts tomorrow. But before we get to all of that, before we look forward, we must look back. And we had a pretty good day at the brand outside of EC. But if you watched Early Edge in 5 in real time live, then I told you that I would crush him last night, which I did in a showdown. I went 2-0 sweat-free for your boy, once again cashing with the coach. Now, if you did not watch the early wedge, I encourage you to do so. It is in your feed right now. Me, the counselor, Patrick McDonald. We get you set for the 3M Open. Only 2 tournaments remaining before we get to the FedEx Cup playoffs. And we need your help. As you know, we have been nominated for the best sports podcast in the world. Well, in the United States. But there is the QR code. There is the link right there. You can do it either way. Give us a vote. Get us into the finals. Then after that, we will handle business from there. So with all that being said, you know it's a gorgeous Wednesday. But we don't need a bounce back. EC does, and I know he's watching. Here are the stars of the show. You know him. You love him. Oh, look who we have. We're going transcontinental today. New York. Are you in, let's say East Coast for the Maestro, and then south of London, England for one Martin W. Green, the guru. And for those of you United States fans, hang tight. We've got a pick just for you. Gentlemen, we have no time to waste. Let's get into it today. It is fade or follow, the game that we love so very, very much. Here are the selections. And Amags, I'm starting with you. Dodgers minus 145. A big comeback win last night over the Blue Jays. Yankees minus 150. They got ran by the Mets last night. And the Braves, Red Sox, a tight one in Beantown. Braves, a big favorite on the road. So Amags, you look fresh today. You look like you're into it. You look like you're laser focused. Would I be correct?
Yes, sir.
Then let's go.
All right. Well, I think that if you wanted to go with the Dodgers here, I'm fine with that. Definitely a big win, like you said last night. I think that momentum is generally big in baseball. But I got to ride with my Yankees here, minus 150. You're getting Quintana on the other side. And I think, truly this Yankees offense is just better than Quintana. I looked through some of the minor league stuff that he had done. Really not that impressed. Really wasn't all that impressed in his last start. So give me the Yankees there, minus 150.
All right. Very, very good. Now, can somebody please educate Jonathan B. in the chat that whatever I say is the word? I'm never wrong. Don't we know that by now? Yes, I know it's transatlantic, but I said transcontinental, so it's transcontinental. And with all that being said, Guru, I'm coming to you just south of London, England. Oh, the Europes and the Europeans. See, I'm just making words up. They're fired up this morning. Where are you going, Martin W. Green?
I'll go for the Dodgers. I'll follow the Dodgers at minus 145. Looks like the most attractive price. That was a pretty epic 8-7 win last night. So I think they should have the wind in their sails, build up momentum. I think they'll keep it going against the Blue Jays.
Hey, we say it all the time. Next level capping right there. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. All right, Maestro. I know this is your wheelhouse. What do you got, big boy?
Well, I'm going to fade the Yankees at minus 150 because Amags, I think, is talking with a little hometown bias when you look at Carlos Rodon and you spend $162 million on this guy. He's only made 3 starts, forearm injuries, back injuries, 7.36 ERA, career low strikeout rate, career high hard hit percentage over 42%. Quintana made 1 start, wasn't bad. I think that's way too expensive with Carlos Rodon, who is nothing like he was the previous 2 years.
Amags, how do you feel about shots fired from Maestro?
I think the Maestro is definitely correct, and I have some hometown bias here, but I do have to say I think this is one where Rodon may actually get one over on the Mets, and we start to see him, in an uptrend here. I think it's going to have to start at some time, and last 3 starts for the Mets against lefty starters, they've not fared well, so.
You could have just said, I don't like it. But, I mean, all that was good, too. All that was good, too. Now, somebody in the chat said the Orioles loss last night was brutal. If you watched it, it was. But for some reason, I was channeling my inner Matt Severance last night, and I played it on the run line, plus 1.5 at minus 198. I don't know why. I just did it. So I cashed that ticket. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you. Now, you can see Maestro, Guru, Amags, the entire crew, hashtag the crew, if you download the CBS Sports app, because there is no better place for information and more picks than CBS Sports HQ.
Get breaking news,
Big news coming out of the NFL today.
highlights, and instant reactions.
The largest final round comeback in tour championship history. We're down to the final four.
I just want to take time to analyze greatness.
Talk winners and losers with a guy who's already a big winner.
CBS Sports HQ. It's all sports all day long.
Liddy in the chat says, I was married to somebody who is never wrong, which is probably why you're divorced now, Liddy. All right, it's time to play the Gurus. Before we get to that, my apologies, Snake. We need to let the good people know where our crew is going to be today, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern in that hour. Look at this. Chip, Amazing Grace, M Square. Then at 6 p.m. Eastern, the Maestro and M Square. And then you want a little live betting for your viewing pleasure. AB, our 5-tool player, and Proppy 3 times. They've got you covered in the 8 p.m. Eastern hour. Now, Amags, I'm coming to you. Because yesterday, we had a lot of different selections. But today, the man, the myth, the legend is on the board. Shohei right there in the middle, plus 275. On either side, Peter Alonso, plus 250, playing against the Yankees. And Giancarlo, plus 300. So, Amags, where are we going?
Well, I'll stick with the trend, and I'll go with Giancarlo against the lefty. Guy's been absolutely clobbering the ball. You know, I got no problem if you want to go Alonso. He hit one last night, or 2 last night, actually. But I'll go Giancarlo here. Biggest odds on the board.
All right. Matt is asking, can we watch this on Paramount Plus now? We're getting very, very close, Matty. Very, very close. Guru, I apologize. There are no Phillies on the board today. What are you going to do?
That's really flummoxed me, Coach. But I will go for Shohei because he's just a wonderful player who just as good with the bat as with the ball, and I'm just very impressed by him. So I think he can do some good slugging today.
Is that a question or was that a statement? I'm not quite sure. I'll take
both.
it. Shohei? Okay. That's what Buckets calls him too. So you guys are in the same boat. Although your analysis sounds so much better than Buckets. Interesting. All right, Maestro, coming to you, big boy.
Yeah, I'll go with Alonso. I mean, he hit 2 yesterday. Rodon has given up 4 in his 3 starts over just 14 and 2/3 innings. So, when he tends to hit them in bunches, and I think he's got it going now.
Our girl Alicia in the chat says, yep, Alonso, 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. Alicia, thank you very much. Always love when you help the show. Now, you guys come here for a lot of different reasons, but you come here for our board because we have the best handicappers in the world, and we are just about there. But before we do that, coming up in just a couple of weeks, one of the biggest events in the world of golf. I am honored to be a part of it. So is CBS.
When you're the FedEx Cup champion, your name's on this trophy forever. This is our season-long race. This is the sought-after trophy when we tee it up, the first event of the season that you think about.
Three tournaments with the world's best golfers battling for the tour's toughest trophy to win, the FedEx Cup. The playoffs begin August 12th on CBS.
It begins on your boy's birthday, and I'll be on the call for the Tour Championship PGA Tour Live. Hopefully we will see you there. Oh, shots fired in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Shots fired. Joe says Guru is so much better than Buckets at this. Guru, your thoughts?
Is he referring to my baseball handicapping? Because if so, that makes me very proud. Thank you very much, Joe.
I think he's kind of talking about everything that you do. Like you're just all the way better. Oh, Amags agrees. He says yes. That's what he means. Everything you're better than Buckets.
Well, I'm glad. Thank you very much. I really appreciate those kind words, Joe. And the apprentice hasn't overtaken me yet, so that's good.
Oh, I love how you very, very smartly take digs at people. It sounds so much better. It doesn't even sound like an insult. Maybe because it wasn't. Maybe I made it into one. All right. Now, we've got a little bit of everything on our board today. Don't forget we have a ton more picks on Early Edge at 5 at 4 p.m. Eastern today. But where am I going to start? Well, I got to go right back to just south of London, England, because we have soccer, and here in the United States, it's during the day, and it's in the evening. So I want to split it up. First, give me something, Guru, a little bit off the board, if you don't mind.
Will do, Coach. I'm looking ahead to a game taking place between Corinthians and Vasco da Gama in Brazil's Serie A at the weekend. I like Corinthians to win this game. The odds do look very attractive. They're a good team and they're building up a bit of momentum now. They've won their last 3 home games. They're also unbeaten in 19 matches against Vasco da Gama, who are bottom of the league after losing their last 3 games. So things aren't looking great for Vasco da Gama. I think they're going to lose this one. So I've got Corinthians money line at -118.
Now tonight, all eyes are going to be on one game and one game only. They are the favorites. They played like it in game number 1. The United States women, the FIFA Women's World Cup, So, Guru, I'm coming right back to you. Where are we going in this one?
Yeah, the USWN team made a very strong start to their World Cup campaign by beating Vietnam 3-0. They did not allow the Vietnamese a single shot on goal in that game. It was a very comfortable victory. They will face a sterner test of their mettle against the Netherlands in their second group stage matchup tonight, but they should still have enough quality to pick up a win. The Dutch are missing star striker Viviane Miedema. They didn't look particularly dangerous in their 1-0 win against Portugal in their opener, so the odds on a USWNT win at -140 look appealing. That's what I'm going for.
And you can catch all of the action tonight on Fox as the U.S. takes on the Netherlands in the FIFA Women's World Cup. Tonight at 9 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Now, I've got to deal with a little something here. Big Cheesy says Guru's the best soccer capper. I wish his voice was the voice for my Alexa. I'm cool with that. Buckets is decent capper too. Does Coach even watch soccer? ? Maestro. Does the Coach or does Big Cheesy have an experts page at SportsLine?
I believe it's the Coach who has an experts page, and we should have gotten your pickup yesterday because it hit regardless of the number in terms of the total.
But that's fine because I encourage people to watch live, and they would have gotten their pick. I don't rely on my experts page. I got a lot going on. But Amags, yesterday, did I or did I not hit an over on soccer last night?
You did.
Well done, Amags. Well done. Way to pick me up there. Guru, did I or did I not correctly say that Lionel Messi would score again last night, and did he?
You most certainly did, Coach, and your expertise and enthusiasm is just infectious.
That's what I needed to hear. Amags, take some lessons. Now that I've handled Big Cheesy, let's get back to the board. Amags, coming right back to you, big boy, because I'm looking at not one, but 2 big props today. And we have M Squared's favorite 2 words, which are?
Day baseball.
That's my boy. That's my boy. Let's go. You're up.
All right. Well, now that I've hit that as my first, that's the first win of the day. There's really not much more I can do, right? But I will go with some day baseball. There's a lot of it today. First and foremost, I do already have a pick on one of the earliest games on the website. So make sure you look on the SportsLine website under my page to grab that one. But I will say, if you go to the 4 o'clock game, it is still 1 o'clock on the West Coast there. You're going to see Oviedo against this Padres offense. And I'm going to take my guy, Juan Soto, who's already had some success for us on this show. I'm going to take him over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And I went with that because he is a guy that can walk, and I don't want to crush us with a total base prop where we have to get the hits, but I do think it's a great spot for him to hit. And here's why. Going up against Johan Oviedo, really the 2 pitches he throws the most against lefties are being hit hard, hit well, and hit a ton. And when you look at the power he's given up 8 home runs over his last 6 starts. He's given up 5 or more earned runs in 3 of 4. He's really going in the wrong direction that you want to bet on a guy. I like him under 17.5 outs as something to just throw out there because I don't think he makes it 6 innings against this offense. And that partially is because of our guy Juan Soto here. I like him actually to even hit a home run because of all the home runs given up by Oviedo, given up 11 this year to lefties, a much lower number to righties. And then I will slide over to the same game, but we're going to go with my guy, Seth Lugo, who also has had some success for us on this show, keeping with the theme. And Lugo, I think this number at 16.5 outs is probably just 1 out too low here. When you look at him coming off the injured list, he did throw 66 pitches in that first start, only last 5 innings. Next start, 5 innings, but gave up 5 runs to Washington. Kind of a tough start there. And then when you look at the rest of what he's done, he's gotten up towards that 100 pitch mark. He's getting over this number or to it consistently. And I think if we don't see him get into the 6th inning today, I'd be very shocked. So give me the over on 16.5 outs.
All right. Well, a couple of people are saying they don't see the Juan Soto play yet up on any books. Is there a chance he may not play today?
If he's not in the lineup, then it would not be up there. I didn't see that when I hopped on the show here and sent the picks in, so I'll have to look. But yeah, if it wouldn't be up there if he's not going to be in the lineup. So,
all right, my man Amags on Twitter will update in real time. So I encourage you to follow him on the Twitter. Amags, thank you very much. A lot going on in the chat. There's a lot of chatter going on. A lot of chatter. By the way, Danny Brasco in the feed right now. He'll be on the show tomorrow. We've got a big UFC pay-per-view this week. We got picks for you top to bottom. Now, Christopher will always be on my good side. He says, I don't care if Coach never hit another bet. I'll tail him to the grave. That's what you call blind loyalty. Because Big Cheesy, I've earned it. You know who also has earned it? Who also has earned it? I can't even talk this morning, and I'm still better than Big Cheesy. Maestro. He's been here since day freaking one. And I don't know who has better hair right now, Specty or the Maestro. I'd put them side by side. The classic Amags head nod. It's just patented. Just patented. All right. Larry Hartstein, my guy. This is your spot. Your show. You're up.
Well, the Minnesota Twins, Coach, they ripped my heart out last night, blowing a 6-2 lead. But the one thing that is consistent with them is they strike out a ton. 15 Ks per game, the last 3. We have a home plate umpire today. It's an early start, 110. Chad Whitson averaging 19.9 strikeouts per game. That's the most in MLB for any home plate ump who has more than 1 game. And he's done 15 games and averaging 20 Ks. So I'm going to go Bryce Miller. Over 5.5 Ks, plus 122 on FanDuel. This is a great price. The rookie has gone over 5.5, 4 of his last 6 starts. The Twins have never seen this guy. And like I said, the Twins, even though they're playing great ball, except for the meltdown last night, they strike out an absolute ton, 27.6% against right-handed pitching. And then tonight in the City Series, Mike cashed with them yesterday. I'm going to try to cash with them tonight. Those are the Chicago Cubs against Lance Lynn, who's given up 28 homers. That's 4 more than any other pitcher in baseball. We know the White Sox are just playing out the string. The Cubs are trying to prove a point that they are still in the race. The players do not want to be sellers. They have a plus 45 run differential, yet they're still under 500. They're playing great ball right now. 4 straight wins, 6 of 7. Stroman has had some bad luck in his last 5 starts. I know he hasn't pitched well, but the batting average on balls in play has been 342 over his last 5. That should regress a little bit. Take the Cubs to keep pounding those White Sox in the City Series.
Raving says, Larry looks like a guy I'd like to hang out with at an in-laws picnic. Interesting. I don't know why it'd be an in-laws picnic, but all right. I agree. Hanging out with the Maestro is very, very fun. You may have to find a kosher deli, but it's very, very fun.
And a poker room.
Of course, a poker room. Just don't bring EC next time, please. But I will tell you this, EC is very important to what we do. And lately, our YouTube page and everything else we do is exploding. Why is it exploding? Because we're doing everything the right way. And we want all of you to be a part of what we're doing. Now, if you're not, I'm going to do you a solid right here, right now. Use a promo code TROPHY. We're getting ready to change that to Coach. But right now, it's Trophy. And I'm going to give you the first month for a single solitary $1. There has never been a better time than right now to become a SportsLine member. Then you're a part of everything that we do. And everybody that you see in the chat, they're there as well. It's a family, and we're building it together. So with all that being said, grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is the recap, courtesy of the Snake, always on the ones and the twos. The Maestro, clubs on the money line, -120. They're starting to play better. Bryce Miller over 5.5 Ks, +122. Love that plus number. Then Amags, 2 big plays today. Juan Soto, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Again, follow him on the Twitter, and he will update if Soto is not in, and he routinely adds other plays there as well. Then Seth Lugo over 16.5 outs, -130. Then Martin W. Green. We're going Corinthians, money line, -118. And Martin, once again, the league for that is?
That's Brazil's Serie A, top division in Brazil.
Brazil's Serie A. Love that. Then the United States women tonight. Prime time, 9 p.m. Eastern, taking on the Netherlands. They are going to skate. So let's skate at -140 and cash that ticket. Do not forget, early wedge in your feed right now. I encourage you to check it out before the 3M Open starts tomorrow. Early edge in 4 p.m. with Amazing Grace and the entire crew later today. More best bets for the night in sports. We have you covered top to bottom, left to right, every single day. And with all that being said, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, Lobo, Guru, Amags, Maestro, Snake. I am simply the coach trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's what we're all about right here at the Early Edge. Good luck.